the Lenovo LOQ15 IRX10, HP Omen 16, Gigabyte Aero X16, Lenovo Legion 5i Gen 10, and Asus ROG Strix G16 2025 are the most popular gaming laptops under $1,500 of 2025. But which is the absolute best? We're going to compare them to each other and score them in various categories, with some categories holding more weight than others. In the end, we'll decide which is the best one based on the final score, and we will declare the absolute winner. Let's dive in. First, we're going to compare them on the performance and specs category, which has a multiplier of 3. The Lenovo LOQ15 IRX10 enters as a strong budget contender, packing a respectable Intel processor with 10 cores and a new NVIDIA GeForce RTX 50 series GPU with 8 GB of GDDR7 video RAM. But it falls short in multi-core benchmarks compared to the others, and its single channel of DDR5 RAM holds it back in more demanding games, earning it a 6.5 out of 10. Next up, the HP Omen 16 offers a solid upper mid-range experience with its GeForce RTX 5070 graphics chip, handling modern titles at high frame rates, though its older 14th generation Intel processor means it can't quite keep up with the cutting-edge CPUs in the Legion or Strix during intense processing tasks, which is why I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. The Gigabyte Aero X16 is an interesting one, because while its RTX 5070 GPU performs admirably in creative apps and holds its own in gaming, its Ryzen 7 processor lags behind the competition in sustained power and benchmark scores, making it feel more like an ultrabook than a high-performance gaming rig, landing at a 7.0 out of 10. I was seriously impressed with the Lenovo Legion 5i Gen 10, which leverages a current generation Intel HX processor and a full wattage GPU to tie or even beat more expensive laptops in gaming benchmarks like Cyberpunk, although its 8 GB of video RAM can become a limiting factor in the very latest titles at the highest settings, securing it a 9.0 out of 10. Finally, the Asus ROG Strix G16 for 2025 is an absolute powerhouse, combining a desktop-class AMD Ryzen 9 9955X3D processor with a potent GeForce RTX 5070 Ti laptop GPU that gives it a significant edge in both CPU-heavy tasks and raw gaming prowess. Though this performance comes at the expense of being less portable than some others on this list, it still gets a 9.5 out of 10. When it comes to pure performance, the Asus ROG Strix G16 is the clear winner with its score of 9.5. Thanks to its desktop-grade processor and top-tier GPU that simply outclasses the competition in our tests. Next, we're going to compare them on the display quality category, which has a multiplier of 2x. The Lenovo LOQ15 IRX10 offers a decent entry point with its 15.6-inch screen that fully covers the sRGB color space and has a 144 Hz refresh rate, but I found its peak brightness of only 300 candelas per square meter makes it feel a bit dim and less than ideal for brightly lit rooms, earning it a 6.5 out of 10. HP's Omen 16 comes in with a fascinating micro LED panel that delivers some of the best black levels I've seen outside of an OLED and an incredibly high peak brightness of over 1,100 candelas per square meter, but its high dynamic range performance is unfortunately flawed, washing out colors and blowing out highlights in bright scenes, which holds it back to an 8.0 out of 10. The Gigabyte Aero X16 provides a very balanced experience with its matte 165 Hz screen that avoids any pulse width modulation flickering and has fast response times. But while its color accuracy is solid for video work, the panel's overall contrast and brightness of 403 candelas per square meter just don't have the same impact as the top contenders here, landing at a 7.5 out of 10. Coming in strong, the Lenovo Legion 5i Gen 10 packs what I can only describe as an excellent all-around display that provides a fantastic gaming experience without any of the strange quirks I saw in the Omen, offering a great balance of color, clarity, and smoothness that really elevates gameplay, which is why I'm giving it a 9.0 out of 10. Finally, the Asus ROG Strix G16 features a stunning 16-inch 2560 by 1600 resolution display with a buttery smooth 240 Hz refresh rate, and I found its impressive brightness of nearly 450 candelas per square meter, combined with a great anti-glare finish, made games look vibrant and reflection-free, giving it the winning score of a 9.5 out of 10. The Asus ROG Strix G16 takes the win in this category with 9.5 points because its combination of high resolution, an ultra-fast refresh rate, and excellent brightness provides the most impressive and well-rounded visual experience of the group. Next, we're going to compare them on the thermal management category, which has a multiplier of 1.5. Starting with the Lenovo LOQ15, while I liked that its hyperchamber design expels all the hot air out the back, I found the palm rests got uncomfortably hot during intense sessions, and the fans were quite noticeable under load, which is why I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10. The HP Omen 16 is a big step up, as it handled everything I threw at it without any serious thermal throttling, And while its fans were certainly audible, the temperatures consistently stayed around a comfortable 75 degrees Celsius during gaming, earning it a solid 8 out of 10. I was seriously impressed with the Gigabyte Aero X16, which ran so cool that even under a worst-case full-load scenario, the processor barely broke into the 60 degrees Celsius range, and it remained virtually silent when I was just browsing, making it a top-tier performer at 9 out of 10. Coming in strong, the Lenovo Legion 5i Gen 10 and its new sealed chamber design kept the keyboard feeling just a little warm in the middle, even in performance mode, though it did not quite match the exceptionally low temperatures of the Aero, so I'm scoring it an 8.5 out of 10. Finally, the Asus ROG Strix G16 is in a league of its own, thanks to its advanced cooling with liquid metal, a third fan, and even vents around the WASD keys that kept my fingers cool. I experienced absolutely zero performance degradation from heat, making it the clear benchmark for thermals at a 9.5 out of 10. With its sophisticated tri-fan system and liquid metal application, the Asus ROG Strix G16 takes the win here with 9.5 points by delivering the most effective and innovative cooling solution I've seen in this price range. Next, we're going to compare them on the build quality and design category, which has a multiplier of 1.5's, on 1.5x. The Lenovo LOQ15 IRX10 has a respectable build for its price, using a sturdy polycarbonate that shows minimal flex, though its plastic chassis and somewhat heavy 2.44 kilogram weight feel less premium than others here, earning it a 6.5 out of 10. Moving up, the HP Omen 16 presents a cleaner, stealthy look and feels solid with its optional aluminum build, but I found its matte finish picks up fingerprints very easily and the lid hinges are not as smooth as the Legions, which is why I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. The Gigabyte Aero X16 impressed me with its slim, professional design and a lightweight 1.97 kilogram, mostly metal chassis that's far more portable than the LOQ, yet its keyboard felt a bit mushy, and the deck had some noticeable flex under pressure, landing it at an 8.0 out of 10. I really liked the Lenovo Legion 5i Gen 10 with its elegant design and premium-feeling aluminum lid. However, the chassis is still primarily plastic, which attracts fingerprints, and the keys have a slightly rubbery feel compared to the clicky Omen, resulting in a score of 8.5 out of 10. Finally, the Asus ROG Strix G16 feels incredibly well engineered with a rock-solid chassis, zero keyboard flex, and a reinforced hinge that gives me confidence in its durability. And while it's still a gamer laptop, its design is more refined and less aggressive than previous models, making it a clear winner at 9.5 out of 10. With a score of 9.5, the Asus ROG Strix G16 takes the win in this category, thanks to its outstandingly solid build quality that feels engineered to last, with none of the flex or material compromises seen in the other laptops. Finally, we are going to compare them on the value for money category, which has a multiplier of 2x. The Lenovo LOQ15 IRX10 is a fantastic starting point, offering access to the latest NVIDIA RTX 50 series graphics for impressive gaming performance without overspending. But you do feel the budget constraints in its all-polycarbonate chassis, a display that is only adequate for indoor use, and a weak battery life of around 4 hours that makes it more of a desktop replacement. I'm giving it an 8.0 out of 10. Next is the HP Omen 16, and while it delivers solid performance with good thermals and better battery life than I expected, it feels like a step back in value because HP cut corners on the display, which is noticeably below today's standards, and removed modern ports like Thunderbolt 4 in favor of slower connections. For those reasons, it earns a 7.5 out of 10 from me. Now, the Gigabyte Aero X16 is where things get really exciting, as it delivers a package I would expect from a much more expensive laptop by balancing powerful performance with a stunning display and one of the best battery lives in its class. Though it does get quite loud and vents hot air directly onto my mousing hand, which can be annoying, this one gets a strong 9.2 out of 10. The Lenovo Legion 5i Gen 10 offers tremendous value as a machine for both work and play, largely thanks to its absolutely vibrant and crisp 2.5K OLED display that makes games look incredible, but its value is held back by its short battery life and a surprising lack of fast ports like USB 4 or Thunderbolt 4, which is a big miss for a device this capable. I'm scoring it a 9.0 out of 10. Finally, the Asus ROG Strix G16 is a performance powerhouse for the price, with excellent gaming capabilities, a solid build, and impressive battery life. But all that power feels bottlenecked by the base model's underwhelming 1920 by 1200 resolution screen, making an upgrade almost necessary to get the full value out of the hardware. It lands at an 8.5 out of 10. With its blend of premium features like a fantastic display and strong battery life at a price that undercuts the competition, the Gigabyte Aero X16 takes the win in this category with its score of 9.2. The results of our comparison show each product shines in its own way, but the Asus ROG Strix G16 2025 stands out with its score of 93. Having tested each device myself, I can personally vouch for the Strix's exceptional performance. Its powerful AMD Ryzen processor, coupled with a top-tier NVIDIA GPU, was unmatched in gaming benchmarks. Additionally, its vibrant display impressed me with stunning clarity, and the advanced thermal management allowed for cool, silent operation even under intense gaming sessions. The robust build quality ensures it feels as good as it performs, making it a worthy winner in our roundup. While the Asus ROG Strix G16 G16 edges out as the best overall, the other contenders brought their own strengths to the table. The Lenovo Legion 5i Gen 10 with its score of 88.5 offers a robust balance of performance and display excellence, making it a fantastic all-rounder. The Gigabyte Aero X16 surprised me with its value for money, featuring a stunning display and impressive battery life, scoring 79.9. Meanwhile, the HP Omen 16 and Lenovo LOQ15 IRX10 deliver commendable performance, although they show room for improvement, scoring 76.75 and 68 respectively. Each product would suit different users, so consider your priorities when choosing your ideal gaming companion.